All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call and determination of quorum. Ken Koski, I'm present. Josh Hendrickson, absent. Victoria Ratliff, absent. Chrissy Robertson.
Here.
Dave Windish, absent. Vicki Noblet.
Here.
Danny Causey.
Here.
Christy Locke, absent. Nick Crisafulli.
Here.
I'm pretty good at math. Do we have a quorum?
have a
Like
quorum.
five out of
We
nine?
have
All right.
Nailed it.
That's about the limits of my math ability, so thank you for not having more than I have fingers. All right, we'll move on. You've had a chance to review the minutes from May 8th. Are there any questions? All right, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
By Danny, a second.
Second.
By Chrissy. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. We'll move on to the committee reports. So our Community Art Committee met. Dana, do you want to, you have the notes for that, right? Yes?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, of course you do.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking with David Pfeiffer about the 250th celebration. If you don't know, next year is America's 250th celebration. So nationwide, there's a lot of things going on, and through the Indiana Historical Society and some of the other state agencies, they are asking each county to have some special events that are going to go on as well. I know the library's already got a ton of stuff planned for next year. They were on it quick. David Pfeiffer has put together a county meeting or a county committee and trying to do some things. So we'll be having the parade. That will be in conjunction with the 4th of July parade. So we're not adding a parade, dear Lord, not adding a parade. But we will be doing things like that. So what he came to us with was, we had, there's always been a little piece of art or something that could kind of be memorable and hang out after that. So if you will recall, for the bicentennial, for the state, the city and the county's bicentennial, we had the logo that turned out really cool, and that was painted on the electrical box down on Home Street. And we did the banners that were up for a year and actually sold those banners afterwards. And I think 3/4 of them sold. People bought those, which was pretty cool. So that was kind of fun. So he came to us and said, hey, can we do something again this year? So the committee has been brainstorming ideas on that. We're going to continue to do some other discussions on it today, but one of the ideas that came up was with the Veterans Alley, now that other wall is in the process of being fixed, and the new owners are very interested in doing something on that wall. Once that gets done, that might be a cool place to put like a flag or something that says 250, or something along those lines. So we talked about that. Ken talked to Expo Arts to kind of get some thoughts and ideas on even, is it feasible, how it would work, but something like that. We just really thought, with that being the Veterans Alley, it's the 250th, it's celebrating our independence, it has that military background to it, that might be a good place to put something for it to live for a while, so it doesn't look out of place. So we kind of lean towards that. Like I said, we're not set in stone on anything by any means. We have a year. I will tell you that 250th committee is getting another logo. I saw those yesterday. I think they have a logo that's decided. I'll let David share that. That's his to share. But I think we will have a new logo. We'll have some different things to do. So we would like to do the banners again for 26 and different things. But so that was really the majority of our meeting. We did continue to talk about the rat cases. We've got a design Danny has put together. Glenn Ferris from FHI helped add in some historical pieces to it, which is going to be really cool. So we're going to look at that as a committee today. And if that gets approved,
What kind of cases?
the map cases. So
Oh, map, okay.
Map.
I thought
I'm
you
sorry.
said rat.
A rat case.
say that?
She said rap. We're rap.
Rap.
She said rap. Yeah.
Rap cases.
Okay, all
We were
right.
talking about doing a wrap, but
Doing a
it's going to
wrap,
actually
but-
be a piece of a metal,
Yeah.
piece of printed metal that's
Thank you.
attached to the
Okay.
map cases.
If you guys were here for the eclipse, we had a friendly neighborhood rat that was downtown,
Oh.
so it could be a rat case.
Was he wearing his eclipse glasses?
That I don't know. So the map case on North Main Street will be the first one that we will look at. So those are the big things that we talked about.
Yeah, and just to further expound on like the 250th thing in the Veterans Alley. So you'll recall that in the Veterans Alley, we're doing those metal backlit vignettes. So we were thinking something perhaps metal and that involved lighting on the other side. So if it was like a flag, it would have colors and it would have
Cool.
3D element. But again, if this group is meeting afterwards as a committee, if you have any thoughts, you can say them now or
Yeah, absolutely.
whatever.
We're
But
still-
as always, your input's wanted. And then the programming committee, Josh is not here. Is anybody that's on the committee here to provide any updates?
Yeah,
or Dana?
because, well, it was pretty much an ethos meeting. I mean, that's really what the programming committee is hyper-focused on right now. I have a little bit that I need to talk about, but Danny, do you want to just give everybody an ethos update? There's, Vicki, if you want to show everybody, the posters are going out. I've got a bunch on my desk to deliver today, so that was for Josh to take back to his office, so.
Yep. So we have a pretty good event coming up. We have a lot of fun stuff happening on it. We have 47 artist booths paid and confirmed. We have 27 others that are confirmed that just need to pay. So we're looking like we're going to have our biggest ethos ever. We're still accepting applications, and after this, our small group will review 4 more. So we should definitely hit over 50 paid today, I would think. We also, that event will have live music all day. It will have a beer and wine garden. It will have a cooling station provided by Houston Electric. Festival Country will host their popular Chalk the Block. We put them under the shade trees this year, so if it's as hot as last year, they won't be on the pavement. Hopefully, it's not as hot as last year. The Secret Garden Walk is happening the same day from Franklin Heritage, so we're trying to help them cross-promote that. It should be a great day. It's going to be basically a big L-shaped art festival on Madison and North Main. And then we also have, the night before, we have Canvas Clash. So the tickets for Canvas Clash are on sale now. They're like $12 and something cents with the fee online. But it's a slightly smaller venue, so definitely get your tickets ahead of time because we might sell out ahead of time. And then on Sunday, there is a jazz, what's the official title of that?
John Strickland Jazz Brunch.
Yeah, there's a jazz brunch that's going to be held at Richard's Pizza. And it's going to have live music and all kinds of stuff. That is a ticketed event, and those tickets are on sale now too. So we have a lot of art going on that weekend.
All the ticket sales are at your site. You get at Discover Downtown, your website.
So, there's a link. It's actually on the Eventbrite website, but we just posted the link on our Facebook also. And it's on our Instagram too. I need to make sure it's on our website.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Danny. So not only is Ethos exploding, but Danny, can you share the first week of the Franklin Farmers Market in comparison to the previous highest total?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so our farmer's market, and I'll give credit to Jen and our team, it's gone crazy. We had 3,600 people the first week of the farmer's market. And the number I actually told you was wrong. The highest market we've ever had before was 1,800.
Wow.
So it literally doubled. And then last week we had 2,900. So thanks to Festival Country for the Placer AI software, we can brag about good wins like that.
Yeah.
So the market is incredible, 80 vendors. Come on out.
Yep. That's the way we keep our community vibrant. So,
So I have a couple things for
Oh,
you,
yeah,
guys,
yeah, continue
if
on.
you don't mind. First of all, we have been invited to have a tent. As a sponsor, we should be there to have a tent. So I do need volunteers. If I can get a couple people, and I'll send an email and you guys can sign up that way, but just wanted to tell you today. Probably around 8 o'clock. Don't you think they don't need to be there before 8?
Yeah, it doesn't start till 10.
It doesn't start till 10, so we'll be there early, but
She's talking about Ethos.
for Ethos, yeah. To come and set up the tent and then man the tent. The time is 10 to 4, so probably be there around 8:30 to set it up, run the tent during the day, and then at 4 o'clock tear down. That just probably won't even take a half an hour. One other thing, well, 2 other things that I wanted to ask you guys about that. First of all, I have 1 bag of rocks left from our painting last year for the farmer's market. What do you guys think about having the rocks there and letting the kids paint the rocks for that? So that would be something we would have at that booth. If you guys are okay with that, we still have 50 rocks left, so might as well use them up. If you're okay with that, we will do that. The other thing that I need to ask you guys about, and we need to have a vote on, Ken, For Canvas Clash, they always ask for sponsors for the artist. So we did sponsor an artist last year, so I wanted to ask if you guys were interested in sponsoring a Canvas Clash artist. It's $100, right? Or is it 150?
I'll defer to my people to the left. What are your thoughts?
On supporting a Canvas Clash artist? Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's $100?
Yeah.
I think it was $100, yeah.
Nick, would you be willing to make a motion?
Yeah,
I move that we support an artist at the Canvas Clash in 2025, similar to what we did in 2024.
A second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's a great cause.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is
At
that all?
what- If it's not $100, then at whatever.
It's 100.
It is 100.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was. I don't know why I was.
It used to be 150.
Do you have anything else, Dana, under that?
No, that's everything that I had for Ethos and Canvas Clash.
All right, let's move on to old business, and you can again ask for people to step forward for another event.
Yeah, so we have a new date to be at the market, July 26th. It's the last Saturday in July. Chrissy and Vicky have volunteered to help with that, so I think that's going to be a great day. We were looking at some ideas. This is one that I'm blatantly stealing from the Community Foundation, but I found these, they have these little things. These are like $25 for 50 little planters. Kids can paint them. We can do whatever. We don't have to put the flower in it or something. But I thought maybe that might be something we could do that would be different, that we haven't done this year, or something new. If you guys are okay with that, or if somebody has another idea, I am definitely open to suggestions, but just kind of wanted to get your thoughts.
Certainly matches growing things,
Yeah,
doesn't
it kind of does, so, yeah. So I thought it's easy and fun, and those the markers that Christy Locke had, the paint pen things, would be really super to do with that, I think, because they dried incredibly fast, and kids could take them with them that way. Okay.
All right, there's no new business, so I'll just let you know that our next meeting of this group will be August 14th. We're skipping July. Our community art group will meet following this, and then the programming committee will meet on June 19th. So is there anything else from anyone? Yes, Chrissy?
Yeah, actually, Taylor McHenry from the Mayor's Youth Council had reached out to ask if we would be willing to prime that box for them. I don't think they'd had a plan for that. And I know that, I think Dave usually does that stuff, and I know he's out of town, so I didn't know what. I said I would see what I could find out.
What day are they doing, do you know yet?
They don't have a date
Oh,
yet.
okay.
So they could maybe potentially do it when he's back, but I know he's probably going to be busy doing the mural.
Yeah, that mural's mid-July, I think, if I remember right. Okay. So, does anybody have any opportunities or know anyone that can help prime it, or?
I mean, or we can just maybe tell them how to do it, I guess. I know that they usually paint, or like spray it, I think, with the primer.
Yeah, I'd want to get with Dave and
Okay. Well, we can just, I'll just tell them we have to wait until he gets back.
we'll work on that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
I
I
think
really
any of
don't
us,
know.
it would probably take a half hour to do so, but I don't know if you need to buff the surface so it
Yeah, I
adheres.
just don't know enough about
I
it.
don't technically know how to make it proper. So
Luann.
we'll wait till,
Yeah,
Luann could
what's
tell
that?
us.
Krista?
Luann could tell us.
Oh, Luann, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I say we do some research, but we'll
Yeah,
work on that.
we'll get something. We'll tell, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about Luann.
None of Luann's have chipped off, so, Luann.
I do have one other announcement. If you have not yet heard, our faithful admin is leaving us. Julie Spade is retiring at the end of the month, so this is her last meeting with PAC. But I just wanted to say thank you, Julie, publicly for all you've done for us, for EDC. EDC doesn't meet, so, but for EDC, for all of the organizations, we've really appreciated having you here and your smiling face.
Thank
We'll
you.
miss you.
Probably because it's the shortest meeting.
Well, we hope you, in retirement, you have more time for all the fun art and things like
you doing during the farmer's market?
Yeah.
opportunities.
There's 3,600 there.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have a motion to help Julie out and end this meeting quickly?
So moved.
Danny?
Second.
Second by Nick, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you. You want to